What's up, man? Oh wait, should I put I'm gonna put this down.
No, I mean, you can keep it.
You want me to keep going with this?
Yeah, I think people should see this and appreciate it, because it's...
How close is it? Do I need to like get it?
I think, yeah, you know, we can
This is my first sewing endeavor.
Wait, pull it up again?
Yeah, put it up again. Is this really the first one?
Yeah, I've never, in Denver, this girl taught me how to sew. And it's just like a simple back stitch. Like exactly how that hat is.
Is it like, how do you sew?
So,
you just go in and then
literally,
come out?
like watch. You go
in
ahead.
and out?
You go ahead of where this last one is. See, I'm stuck. I can't even get like here. So you pull that through, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you go right to the where this is right here. And then you pull that through. And you go again like ahead of the.
Oh.
Isn't that crazy? That's a back stitch, and that's how you make.
And you're like kind of drawing with it. In a way.
I just drew the Netherfriends, and then I've been like sewing
like
over
tracing it, and like everything's like a trace on a trace. Who's calling? No, man, it's. You ever see Minority Report?
Yeah.
I don't know how that relates, but it gives me that feeling whenever I get like a solicitor calling. How many solicitors call you?
No one.
What?
No one. But
how do they pick who gets berated?
You gave your phone number to someone.
When?
For something like you bought something on the internet, or you something.
I was duped.
You gave your phone number to someone.
When?
I don't know.
Just so you know, I don't have anything to tell time with, so
Yeah, that's real. We like to keep track of time. Everything happens in time, so we try to keep track of it. Let's cheers.
Cheers. They got to get in the kombucha game. King Cobra kombucha.
They gotta just step their game up in general.
What I mean? I want to drink a kombucha.
Yeah.
But it looks like a 40. Somebody make that.
I like the 40.
It's a good aesthetics.
It's a good size. It's like, I don't mean it's huge. It's kind of obnoxious.
Yeah.
But it's like, it's nice. No, but what do you? So you're into kombucha.
Kombucha. Kombucha is another pronunciation I've heard, but kombuchas I've heard a lot too.
Tell us about kombucha. What is that? Kombucha. It's like the inflection. You're putting like more bucha in it. I'm like,
so kombucha is this mystical drink, right? And they get this thing called a SCOBY or Scooby, and you can only get it from another person, right? And you gotta it's this weird thing. They don't sell it in the store, right?
Doesn't stay alive.
It doesn't.
So you need a plug.
You need your Scooby plug or Scoby plug, and that person's like, "Yo, I'm gonna cut you off a piece." And they give you a piece, and then you grow it. It's a living fucking thing. And you cut it in pieces, and you put it in a tea, and it's fermented. This fermented thing that's living bacteria, and it's good for your stomach. Because they're doing all these studies, and recently they proved that your stomach is really the thing that controls your body. You know what I mean? It's what makes you happy. It's what changes your whole outlook on life. It can make you a better person. It's all about your gut and the gut bacteria and shit like that. You know, it's crazy. So
that
kombucha,
is crazy.
You need to eat fermented foods. That's what they say. It's the best thing for your stomach. It's fermented shit.
Is that including milk? Milk is not fermented.
No, it's got to be kimchi or kombucha.
Oh, like pickled things.
Anything with the letter K you can eat.
Is it pickled things in particular?
It's just got to be fermented. There's fermented sourdough bread. That shit's really good for you. That's the best bread you can eat.
Wow.
Yeah, I learned that on a fucking some show. It was like a documentary about bread.
Man, I'm working with the UIC Early Outreach Program this summer. It's like a summer camp for these kids. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
We had a like life coach come in, and her name was Kenya. Kenya was like about like like mid-30s, very fit, beautiful black woman.
Yeah.
She gave a presentation, and during her presentation, sometimes her voice would get really quiet, and all of a sudden, she'd be whispering. She was just like captivating everyone's attention, talking about food and like health, and it was like some weird energy going on. But she made us do these breathing exercises, and I don't know if you know this, but you probably do because you like sing. But some people like breathe. You're supposed to breathe from your gut too, and like, most people don't do that.
No,
they don't
breathe from your chest, right? Yeah, it's
not
short breath. So, do you know about the Iceman?
Who's the Iceman?
Okay, so there's this guy, he broke the world record for sitting in a bucket of ice water. Like it was a bucket of ice water. And he did all these crazy other things. Like he climbed Mount Everest in his underwear, and he went through a desert without any water. And they interviewed him, and they're like, how did you prepare for that? And he's like, I just had a cup of coffee, start my day.
Baller.
Yeah, he's from Amsterdam, and he says, another thing he did, so they tested him, doctors tested him, and they did the ice bucket thing with the water, and they tested his body temperature, and he raised his body temperature. His body temperature
on his own, like with will?
Yeah, well, here's what it is. It's breathing. He has a breathing exercise, and it's like this. You're breathing in more than you're breathing out, and you do that for a minute, and then you hold your breath for a minute, and you're inducing adrenaline. And so what adrenaline does to the body is that it can withstand crazy temperatures, so you can jump into like the ocean. He teaches people this method, right? You can go hiking in cold temperatures in your underwear. He does that with his students. And another thing it does is it boosts your immune system. So these doctors put a virus in his body, and he cured himself of the virus just by breathing. And they said, you're a freak, you're just this like, there's no way that there's no way anyone else could pull this off. And he goes, all right, brought in his son, all these other people who are also like trained in this breathing technique, and they all cured themselves of the virus. They raised their core body temperature.
Wow.
Yeah, so breathing, but the thing that's fucked up about breathing is you can't make money off breathing. I mean, you could teach it, the method, but it's not a hard method. You can watch it on YouTube and learn how to do it. It's just, like that's why people love smoking. It's the only time you breathe. That. Yeah, it's like exercise is another thing that's like, you people make money off exercise because of gyms. But like exercise is the number one thing that will like...
You could do it anywhere. You could just exercise anywhere.
Well, yeah, but people don't. We live a sedentary lifestyle. I mean, that's what sucks about making music is that I wish that it was... That's why I like coming up with creative... Like, we went camping. Blake and I went camping and made an album. Like, that was so much fun. We went hiking and shit. Like, you gotta get out there. Like, I felt like I feel like all I do is stare at a screen most of the time when I'm making music. So it's nice to...
Let's talk about that, though. I mean, you've been a lot of different places. You've been, you're living in like Austin now?
Yeah.
What's that like? Do you enjoy it? What's the difference? Like,
I mean, it's not like Chicago at all. I mean, there's no rap scene. There are rappers, and I just pretty much just make music all day. And some people come over, and I work with a few rappers, and Blake comes over every weekend. He lives in San Antonio. And this year I'm dropping 2 albums a month. Last year I did an album a month. And like this year the one album's with Blake and the other one's just like a solo album or collaboration with someone else.
That's dope. I mean, it seems like you have a good workspace out there. I mean, what is that like? How do you explain that? Because even in Chicago you had like a good workspace. So like, what does that mean to you? Like, I think at some point you were in a screw factory, too. I've heard about that.
Yeah.
I mean... Yeah.
I just need to live somewhere...
Do you make music in tents as well? Is that what you're telling me?
Yeah, I make music anywhere. And, like, I made music camping. I made music in... It's just, like, literally you can make music anywhere now. You have a laptop, an audio interface, a microphone, instruments.
In, like, the living room? Like, or, like, the room? Like, right out of bed? Like, roll over?
I have like my setup's just in my room. I mean, but sometimes I've taken it to the living room because there's a Rhodes in the living room, like a Fender Rhodes. So I just brought my laptop out there and recorded on the Rhodes with Blake, and that was how we made that album that we released.
I like how you look at it though. It's just like chords. You're like, fuck it. It's just the chords. It's just like an outlet.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You can set up anywhere, you know?
Yeah, exactly.
I like that mentality.
Yeah, that's the future. I mean, you don't need a recording studio anymore. I think people still are stuck in this mind state where you need a recording studio. It's like, no, you can record anywhere. And I would love to record on stage. I would love to just do recording sessions in front of people on stage and make an album in front of everyone, you know?
I mean, is that because you like the process, or like, because I like the process, but I'm like selfish with it, you know?
I know. Well, yeah, dude, if we made that we made an album together and we never dropped it, you know?
Right.
And I feel like it's because we never set a deadline. That's the one thing I learned about this album a month or 2 albums a month. Next year I'm doing 3 albums a month, and I want to do an album a week. So like, the trick is to just set a deadline and do it, you know? And just, it has to be done on this day. It has to come out on this day, you know?
I love how you just follow through with it, because it's really just a testament to just like the consistency.
Yeah.
You know? Like, I feel like you're always like trying to at least get like a certain amount of time in a space where you can like really just zone in, and that's also what's so cool about that too, is like you can just zone in. You can just focus.
I mean, that's why I started drawing and painting. I mean, I sucked. I mean, I still kind of suck, but like, when I first started, I was terrible. I mean, like, they were really, remember like, it was all those lady friends drawings of like Playboy models?
I wouldn't say they were terrible. I wouldn't say they were bad.
Yeah.
You just didn't know what, like, you
know
had a style, but like you weren't like really like pushing it in terms of like the content or something. I don't know. I really liked like the bong phone. I thought that was good.
The bong phone? Which one?
She used to call me on my bong phone.
Oh, who was?
That was a drawing of yourself with holding a bong to your ear.
Like a self-drawing?
Like,
self-portrait?
Yeah.
Yeah, I used to do a lot of self-portraits. But yeah, I mean, like, I think that, like, with any skill, you just gotta do it all the time, and you're gonna get better at it. And that's how I feel with the album thing, is the more I release, the more I'm gonna, you know, improve. I like to think maybe not. I mean, maybe.
No.
But, you know, not. I like to think that it's improving a little bit. I'm getting a little better at mixing and, like, how to tighten up shit, make it sound, you know, interesting.
Yeah, I mean, I've felt like the mixing has always like kind of gotten better every time you've done it yourself.
Yeah.
You always kind of say like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing, like on Twitter, but I think it's definitely like your vocals sit in a really nice pocket.
Yeah.
But I mean, now that we're talking about images, I think we got to move into like the first segment. So we got to transition real quick, okay?
Okay.
All right. Screenshotted. Let's go. All right. So I got some pics from your just from your old social media days.
Yeah.
Some of them aren't even like that old. But I feel like each one of them has something that we can definitely talk about.
Okay, let's do it.
And I just need a little clarification, a little explanation. Kind of like, this is your moment.
Are they gonna pull up like up here?
Yeah.
Green screen style?
Yeah, straight up. Because, you know, sometimes we post things and then people don't understand them. So just from your perspective, sometimes it's nice to hear.
Yeah.
So talk about just like this photo. Like, when was this? Where was it? Like, what was the moment
that was going on?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm in high school in this picture. It's me and my friend John Niles. John Niles and I.
That's a cool name.
Yeah, John Niles. Everything's John Niles. It's first last name. John Niles. John Niles.
Oh, that's good.
I always gotta like. I feel like everybody just. But anyway, we made an album together when I was living in New York. I was there for 2 months while my grandparents were in Florida.
You're like house sitting.
I was house sitting, and apparently I really fucked up their house and fucked up my grandpa's car. But they're so old, they forgot to call me.
this story has layers. Hold up.
Oh, I know.
Hold up. Okay.
You're gonna get
is this the
you.
car? No.
No.
I'm joking.
No,
I'm joking.
I don't know whose car that is.
Dude, that's crazy.
It's not mine.
Should we call Grant on Grant?
No, let's not call it right now.
Let's leave him out of it.
I don't want to hear about how I fucked up their car or
their
house.
life.
Yeah. Well, so like what was fucked up is that when I first got to New York City, they were still there. They were there for a week before they moved to Florida, or went to Florida for the winter, and they were getting scammed by scammers. And you can hear it on the album. Yeah, you can hear it on the Sounds.
And I was like, wow, maybe that's what's happening to me every time.
Oh yeah, but no.
So
these are like
call me.
They call you and they tell you that you won 2 Mercedes-Benz and you just got to send $500 to.
You ever seen Requiem for a Dream?
Yeah.
That's like that shit.
Fuck, it is, dude. It was
dark.
Yeah, it was real dark.
This is fucked up.
I would like to make it into a movie though, and it's like Stoner Requiem for a Dream because it's just me like smoking weed in the shower. That's what I would do. I'd smoke weed in the shower.
Just do it tastefully.
No, but they would get scammed. I had to take all their phones away. They had like 6 phones in their house, and I had to get them like. Yeah, it was.
Wait, so you're in Morrisville?
Yeah, I'm in Yardley or Morrisville, Pennsylvania, and we're
you guys coming back from Burger King or something?
No, I think we went to get like the hibachi grill style where they cook at your table.
Yeah.
I feel like that
was like popular around that time.
Oh yeah, because I remember the pictures that I had from this time period. Like I think it's like when I first got this digital camera, and I remember like all these pictures. But yeah, I found that one because I was looking through them to post to promote this album. We made an album about high school together while I was hanging out. He lives in Brooklyn.
Yeah, Sean John, right?
Sean John, yeah. That's the name of the album.
That's cool.
Yeah.
He lives in Brooklyn now?
He lives in Brooklyn now, yeah.
Perfect. And so you guys just linked up like instantly.
Oh yeah, because he had a really good weed connect too, so we would get weed delivery. Yeah, and
hey, was it an app? Or no? Was it an app or like a?
It was like a phone
call.
Yeah, you text the number and say hey, and then they'd come to your house. Yeah, it was amazing, and they had like buy 3 eighths to get one for free. Yeah,
that's some New York shit. Right
and all of the they had labels for everything too. So they had like the THC amount and like what it was. Like if it was a hybrid or sativa or indica. It was like so like I'd hang out with them like once a week.
Pioneer shit.
Yeah,
like the service, because it's like that's what everyone should try to do. Provide a service for somebody. It will grow into a brand.
Yeah,
you'll start having more leverage. You can make different moves. And like customize your shit. Anyway, talk about this photo, please, because this is something that maybe happened once or twice, but I mean we've connected over this show.
Oh yeah, the Seinfeld party. Yeah,
we love Seinfeld.
We both love Seinfeld.
Seinfeld is crazy. Man.
I know. I was talking about Seinfeld earlier. There's no other show that they never get serious on Seinfeld. There's no awe moment, and it's just sitcom.
But it's all dark, though. That's what's so beautiful about it.
They're all assholes. They're all fuckboys. Everybody's a fuckboy on the show. They're all fuck. They get to showcase that.
George is like the one, though.
Yeah.
Because he finessed his way into so many situations.
Yeah.
Like, so many women. Like, look at all those women George was with. He was the mango. Do you remember the mango?
Yeah.
That was a moment.
Yeah.
He like discovered it's like this is my libido drug. Like he was like on that. But you did it at Emporium, right?
Yeah, at Emporium. That's where I played last night too. Yeah.
And then you had a Rick and Morty party too.
Yeah, in Austin. I did a Rick and Morty party, and it's the best because I don't have to have opening acts. So my opening act is Rick and Morty. So I have 3 episodes of Rick and Morty, and then I perform, and so I don't have to pay anyone else. It just goes to me, which is nice.
I feel like I don't know. There needs to be like more new cartoons, or maybe I'm just not in tune with the cartoon game. But like, dude, I'm just fucking like I just want like some good ones. I'm pretty sure there's some good ones. We need to get on YouTube. There's probably some good like up and coming cartoons that we would like never know about.
Yeah, dude, I mean, I feel like a lot of the cartoons that are probably really cool are anime cartoons, right?
Yeah, like Hunter x Hunter, people always talk about that.
I don't ever watch anime, so like I feel like I'm missing out on something.
Me too. Like
I've seen Miyazaki though. Have you seen Miyazaki films?
Is that like
it's like Disney.
Spirited Away?
Yeah.
I've seen that. I actually saw that in that room we were just in.
Oh, cool.
We slept there overnight, like me, Gio, and like, were you there?
Yeah.
I mean, and like 4 other people.
Slept on a table.
We were vaping with like, you know those like big like volcano ones with like the whips and the bags. We had like that and like some food, some snacks. We like slept on tables. It was miserable.
Oh my god.
The only way we could do that is because we were that stoned.
We were
like,
fucked up.
We have a friend and he just like he does volcanoes so much because it's like his that he'll literally just like want to do like 8 bags. And it gets to the point where like if you've ever had to tell someone like I don't want to smoke anymore, he'll come up to you like, dude, you trying to smoke some more? Like,
it was
dude, I can't. Like,
I need more friends like that.
It was incredible. No, he's a very giving person.
He is. He's great.
You know, he's wild. You know, everyone's got their thing.
Yeah.
Some people are just different. All right, we got one more, and then we're gonna close out. Screenshotted.
All right.
You were talking a lot about your art. I wanted to like show something because I don't think a lot of people know that like you do a lot of really cool like drawings, and this is like a cool picture of you with you.
Yeah,
so
with me.
It's kind of like
it's pretty good. Yeah, that was from a series of blues paint. It was a blues trap album I made. So I made a blues album and I put trap beats underneath it. And I just drew all the famous trap rappers of the time, like Gucci Mane and
Waka.
I did Waka Flocka and Young Thug and like Future and shit. And
have you listened to Young Thug's new shit?
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's like from another planet, right? Like he's definitely like on another world.
Well, cause like, and that's what I realized. Yeah. With this album, I was like, the production is so good. His melodies are so good. What makes it like why I don't like instantly gravitate to it is because it's like it's otherworldly. Like I can't like it's too alien, you know.
There's a lot of shit going on.
There's a lot.
There's a lot, but I mean,
like between the punchlines, not being able to understand things, and like just the different personas and like it's just I'm just not like it's just like it's an experience though. It definitely slaps. It slaps you across the face. It's just like disorienting.
Yeah. I mean, it's definitely. I don't know. That's what's interesting about music is that it's in a crazy place right now. You know, because we could do anything, right? And a lot of people are doing very simple techniques, and they're so powerful. And that's what I like. That's what I love about music is that it's, you know, with trap beats especially, they're so simple to make. And they're usually just 3 drums and that's it, and then like an instrument and then sub bass and you're like you're good. Or even just with you know some rap songs don't even have kick drums in it. It's just like sometimes simple is the best and the most powerful. And that's the one thing that I've learned so much in the last few years with making music and listening to it.
Just like simple.
Yeah.
Hit people over the head. Like why like. And like you can do beautiful things, like there's moments for that. Or like even just you can have a curation towards like beauty. Yeah. But it doesn't have to be like complex all the time. That's what I feel like people who like grow up making music and they're like they get better and better, like they learn at some point. And it's like it's kind of backwards. You're like you think, oh, it'd be more and more advanced. It's like no, like just kind of like tighten it up a little bit, more concise.
Yeah, I don't know. I wonder where we're gonna go with music in the next 20 years. But I don't care. I'm having a good time. Like as long as you have fun making music, I think that's the most important thing that a lot of people tweak about is just having fun. You know,
people really do.
Yeah, like that's the most important. Is like
people take it very seriously. It's like an extension of their ego.
What, having fun?
No, making music.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. It's music, we were talking about this earlier, like music, when you make something, that's not you. You did not make, you made it, but that's not you anymore. That's not, you cannot say this is mine, this is what I did. No. like you heard a lot of other songs and sounds and constructed something based off of everyone else's ideas.
It's true.
You know?
It's true.
So that's like the one thing that will really like kill your ego in when it comes to that sort of thing.
What is up with originality and like terms of how people boast about what is an objective that a musician or even an artist could reach that would qualify them calling themselves like the best? Like, what is that? Like, why do people insist on being like the best in a subjective?
It's all ego, dude.
In a subjective like field.
It's all ego. It's just there's also us versus them mentality in our ego as well, where you always want to separate yourself from. You want to. Oh, this is my group of people. You know, it's like
tribalism.
Tribalism, yeah.
Like, just like it, but it's even lamer than that. It's like we don't like people don't even have that many friends nowadays.
I know.
It's like people can't even make time for like one other person or something.
No, I know. And I think that's. I mean, yeah. Well. There's so many factors that come into play in what's going on in the world, and I don't know. People just need to have fun. I think at the end of the day, if you have fun doing what you do, that's the best you could do for society and culture and like what because it's if you're doing what you want, you're not going to be as much of a fuckboy. I think.
Yeah.
Maybe you still. I don't know. It's I don't know where I'm getting that from. What was the question again?
I think it's just like why does he?
Oh yeah, I already answered it. It's ego.
Yeah.
It's like ego, and at the end of the day, everybody just does shit because you're seeing this world through your own eyes, and that's it. You know.
Yeah.
You don't have any other. You can watch movies, and now we have social media, so we can fucking see everybody else's life.
We see everything.
We see everything.
I don't want to see it.
Yeah, dude, why do you think I started sewing? I'm looking at this all the time. I'm not looking at my phone, you know? It's fucking saving me. I love drawing and painting for that. That's why I started diving into the music. I mean, I really just want to get off Twitter completely.
You make me want to dive into an ocean right now. You're inspiring me to, like, leave it all behind and Alexander Supertramp my way into, like, a situation.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Yeah, man.
It's the power of Netherfriends.
Yeah, Netherfriends. And
he just like motivates you to like. He's like, yeah, like, makes me want to like leave.
I mean,
get on the first train out of here.
I mean, it's fun. I mean, dude, I booked a whole tour and I only played 3 shows. It was like a month and a half.
Dude.
Just having
fun. Didn't you do
a
50 States album?
Yeah, I went to all 50 states in 1 year and played a show and recorded a song in each state. And yeah.
Dude, we gotta play. We gotta play a game, man.
All right, let's play a game.
All right. National Treasure.
National Treasure?
Yeah. Nicolas Cage inspired. R.I.P.
Is this the game? Is this the game? It's called National Treasure. National Treasure.
Right. It's gonna, 50 capitals, 50 states. You gotta name some.
You're gonna quiz me on the capitals?
Yeah, you've been. Dude. If you've set yourself up for this.
All right, let's.
You're like from Morrissey.
From where?
From Morrissey, right, Pennsylvania.
Morrisville.
Yeah. Morrissey sounds so much cooler.
Way cooler than Morrisville.
I'm gonna.
Dude, you know what sucks? Is that like Morrisville is like not like the nicest area. Like it's kind of like I wasn't like it was like lower middle class or whatever, middle class.
Yeah.
And there was like Yardley was literally 4 houses away from mine, and Yardley is where all the rich kids lived. So I've always like oh, I'm so close to Yardley.
Yo, Yardley's a great like.
I didn't have a basement in my house. I was like, fuck. All my friends have basements in Yardley.
Oh, so like a basement was like, we got like 2 floors, 3 floors essentially.
We had like a little den, so it was like a pseudo basement, but it was not.
Did you like bring like shorties down there?
No, I just brought them there. Well, yeah, sometimes, but like
that wasn't the spot.
My mom like had to let me have my like when I had a girlfriend in high school, like I was allowed to bring her in my room, and I think it was just because like my parents got separated that year, so she was like, you can do what you want.
Press lips. So kids, hey.
You know, you can get away. Dude, I was like, you know how like a lot of kids get fucked up when their parents get separated? Like, I was like, this is tight. I was like, I'm getting a cat.
I've got 2 Christmases,
I'm my room,
2 birthdays, 2 rooms. No, so yeah, for all the kids at home, if your parents
get separated, yo, you get
I'm
everything.
sorry, but maybe it will work out.
Yo, it's the best.
Maybe. Just hope.
Just hope that it happens like right before you go to college. That's the best time.
Maybe.
Cause like when you're
timing's everything. Timing.
Yeah.
All right. So you ready to get into this? Okay. So check this out. I'm gonna name the state. You give me the capital.
All right. Let's
ready. That's that simple. We're gonna start off easy.
All right.
All right.
No.
Yeah. Georgia.
I have no idea.
Just go for it.
Is it the obvious? It's not the obvious. It's not Atlanta.
Would it be?
It's not Atlanta.
Just tell me what you think it is. Just come on.
It's Atlanta.
Yes. Trust your gut. Remember what we were saying?
Yeah.
All right, we got this. Florida.
Gainesville.
She's whispering.
Yo, don't whisper him. I know that. I knew that one, right?
I can hear you. Yo. She didn't want to be on screen.
I know.
Okay.
You should answer these questions for me.
You should, yeah. All right, Texas.
Austin. Nice. That's easy.
I'm ready. All right, ready to get into the hard ones?
Yeah, let's
just get super obscure.
Okay.
South Dakota.
No one remembers South Dakota.
Download the 50 States album. Is it still on Bandcamp? Is it on Spotify?
It's on Spotify. It's everywhere.
Go listen to that.
It's 50,
right
it's
now.
50 songs. Shit, dude. I mean, I've only been to Rapid City, South Dakota, but I know that's not the capital.
Rapid City.
Yeah.
Were there rapids in it?
No, but you know what Sturgis is? You know Sturgis?
Is that a company?
No, Sturgis is like a motorcycle festival, like where everyone rides motorcycles.
Is that like with the like
motorcycles?
No, that was Las Vegas. If you remember Las Vegas. With the
Oh, that was Hell's
race.
Angels. Yeah, I know.
So there's a lot of motorcycle fests probably. It's like tailgating mixed with like motorcycle racing.
Yeah. So what is I don't know what the capital is.
Of what?
Of South Dakota. I can't.
Pierre. Shout out Pierre.
What the fuck?
Hey, Pierre.
It's Pierre, come in here.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I'm gonna give you like a couple more of the hard ones because I love them.
Okay.
They're just weird. Maryland.
It's not Baltimore, is it?
No.
I don't know.
Annapolis.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I knew that.
Who would ever guess that?
I don't know.
Annapolis. That doesn't even sound real.
Wait, what state first that?
What's that?
What state is it?
I don't even know. I'm still fucking high. Maryland.
Maryland.
Maryland is a weird name anyway, so I'm not surprised. I like this one. Alaska.
Juneau.
Engine strong. 50 states. 50 capitals. National treasure. What was that like? You got like definitely like at least 3/4 of them.
Oh, 3/4.
I don't even know.
I counted one.
What's that?
I counted one.
You counted one wrong. Yeah, it was only like a couple wrong. You fared pretty well. While sewing too.
Yeah, while sewing, multitasking. It's probably better for you, right? It's like chewing gum. Sewing.
Oh, definitely. I mean, better than chewing gum, unless it's like
No, it's
nicotine gum.
When you chew gum and you study, and then you like, oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. When you like, they say like if you chew gum while you're studying and then you chew gum when you're taking the test, you'll like help remind you of the things you were studying because they're connected. I don't know.
Through, like,
Same thing if you were
memory.
high. If you studied high and then you take the test high, you know you can. But I've
Get
never,
high scores.
Yeah, you get high scores.
Yeah.
But I've never smoked weed for like going to class. Unfortunately,
Really?
never. Isn't
Okay.
that's my biggest regret in life. I
So,
never went to school high.
Let's exchange like some stories real quick.
All right,
Let's get like I'm just making up a segment right now. All right, first time you got high.
All right.
First time.
Okay. Well, first time I smoked or the first time I got high? First time I got high, right? It's a way more interesting story.
Just tell me your first time.
First time I got high?
Yes.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want to know.
The first time that I got high, I was hanging out with Eric Roberts, not the actor Eric Roberts, but my friend Eric Roberts, and it was a few other kids.
He was in Batman.
Yeah, but it wasn't the cool Eric Roberts. But
it's Emma Roberts' dad. Sorry.
He had like 6 people or 7 people over his house, and I guess we were playing music. I don't remember. I mean, I assume because I smoked a bowl or whatever, a joint. I forget what it was. But the crazy part was, as I just decided to smoke and then leave. I don't know why. I think I was going to go meet up with a girl I was dating at the time in high school.
Yeah, it was one of those.
Yeah, and I just started dating her too. It was like our first 2 weeks of dating. So I'm driving out of the neighborhood, and 2 cops drive right past me and pull up right where my friend's house is, and I'm pulling out, and I get all these texts do not come back, cops are here, do not come back. And everybody got arrested and or they all got fines or something crazy
for underage drinking.
Yeah, for a bunch of shit, because they were were
they outside?
No, everyone was inside. That was the fucked up part. I think it was just because
the door was unlocked.
I have no idea why. It was the weirdest thing.
Technically, they say they can I was at a party one time. They home invaded in Midway. It was fucked up, but that was actually because the foreign exchange student got wasted. He was this Norwegian kid, and low key, whoever brought him to the party abandoned him. Uh-huh. He was throwing up in the car and peeing on people, the neighbor's lawn. The neighbors called the cops on him. There's this belligerent European team, come get him.
Oh my god.
And then they somehow I think they followed the trail of puke back to where we were at. We were in a basement, and they came in and they had flashlights. It was I hate the boys.
Yeah, so I was driving back, and I didn't really feel anything, because it was my second time smoking, and the first time I didn't feel anything, so I was just I feel fine. And as soon as I get to the girl I was dating's house, I walk in, and I'm just so excited to tell her what just happened, and I'm so high that I just couldn't talk.
You couldn't.
I was
yeah.
And I started laughing to the point where I was just crying, and it took me at least 5 minutes to get to the point where I told them, and they just were staring at. It was her and her friend.
So they didn't know, you didn't want to tell them
at me. I was trying to explain myself, but I was high for the first time ever, and I just couldn't articulate anything. I was just so excited that I escaped getting arrested.
That's a lot of adrenaline too. Yeah. You were probably Iceman. You were in an Iceman mode.
I was in Iceman mode. Yeah, my adrenaline was going crazy, but I was still high because I heard that if you get on getting on a roller coaster after smoking weed, after you get off the roller coaster, you're sober. The adrenaline sobers you up.
I heard that.
Done it, so
okay, listen to this.
What's up?
One time I smoked weed after getting blood drawn, and I was fucking faded. It was so unhealthy. I was let me sit down. I was trying to cross my head.
You know why? Because when you smoke weed, all this blood circulates through your body. That's why your eyes
feel
get
sexy. No. Okay, check this out. The first time I smoked weed.
Uh-huh.
No, the first time I smoked weed, I didn't get high. First time I got high, I smoked K2. Which was all the rage when I was a kid. That was literally seconds of my life.
Bro.
Just cut out like a Scorsese movie. Just tracking shots and then cuts. And I was just 5 seconds, 10 seconds later, bro.
That's not good.
Oh no, it's terrible.
Look into the camera, tell them.
Okay, so kids.
Don't smoke K2.
K2 is basically spice. Spice people know in Europe. They also know it in New York. Recently got a spice hit. Basically
what do you mean spice?
Basically no, it was in 20. I was actually. I don't think when were you in New York? I was in New York in August last summer.
That's winter.
You're in the winter.
Yeah, why?
In July, a bunch of crackheads got sold spice and like started ODing, and like they were doing it like in public, and like a bunch of people like died, and like no one really like reported it. Like it was kind of like on the low, but like definitely like ambulance came, and there's definitely documentation of it.
In Austin, the homeless people are all smoking K2, and they're going. It's like zombie mode. Everybody's in like. It's really creepy.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Yeah. The first time I did it, I was in a grass alley, which is already kind of awkward, and I got free Dunkin' Donuts, and I was getting paid to journal for somebody at the time, like write like in their journal. It was like their homework, so I just wrote like a bunch of high shit on like the John. I was like just vibing. But
when was the first time you smoked weed?
I was like 15.
But I mean, like, what was that like the first time?
When I smoked weed and got high?
Yeah, when you were like,
I was like, wow, like this is incredible.
This is K2.
I was like, I should stop smoking K2. I was like, this might be bad for me. You know, but when you're like fucking 15, you're like, yeah, let me smoke this legal fake marijuana.
Oh my god.
And you're like, this will have no effect on me.
Yeah, the funny thing about weed for me was that I didn't smoke it professionally until like 2010, 2011. You know what I mean? Like, I wasn't like...
Bro, this nigga gets paid to smoke weed.
Yeah, dude.